Got a hold of one of these old Kenner advertising little books. They'd slip into some bigger box toys. We got 1989. So let's see what the toys of the time were. Ghostbusters being super hot right then. All sorts of wacky variations of the Ghostbusters. Here's one of my favorites, the Fright feature ones. Their scared look and stuff. Classic monsters and different ghostly enemies and things. There were a lot of different versions of the Ghostbusters. So many colorful figures of the time. Got some Ghostbuster vehicles. We got old Fearsome Flush, again, kind of a later edition than 89. Did just do a video on some of the remakes they did. Funny that they picked out one of these later ghosts like this one to remake. That's a cool watch. You want to maybe watch that video after this one. A couple here that I wouldn't mind seeing remade, like this Slimer. Of course, the roleplay gear, like the Trap toy. Different versions of the Proton Pack, not just the beam one, but we got like a water shooting one and things like that. Still wanting to sell the Ghostbuster stuff there. Man, another page with the old Firehouse too. Another sweet one that got remade, the Ecto-1. Other vehicles of the time. Making me want some extra Ghostbuster stuff, that's for sure. Ooh, RoboCop toy line. Yes, you always just take the latest R-rated movie and make the toy line. Was it just me, or did everybody's friend have this red dude? For some reason he must have clearanced like crazy or something. I do remember having a really sweet RoboCop figure that had a giant cap gun backpack thing. Oh man, imagine having like Ed, RoboCop's police car. These would be awesome to have. I'm always looking for the next thing to kind of collect that I remember from my childhood, so RoboCop line looking pretty nice. Sweet police van. Man, if I would have had that helmet as a kid, that would have been awesome. You have 10 seconds to comply. Oh wait, that was more Ed's thing than RoboCop. Got some building toys they were doing. I kind of do remember these, that you could kind of build and then trigger them to break on command. These would have been pretty cool with some of the figures, you know, just as somewhat play-set-y kind of things. I'm not sure the scale exactly. Building blasters. Oh yes, and then there's a countdown detonator. You kind of set it to break down. Takes the base out from underneath of your structure. Megaforce, not one I'm particularly remembering, but definitely just different army, military vehicles. Possibly in different scales, because some of these look small and then these look bigger. But that might just be the size of the pictures. But they all had like firing missiles and stuff. Would be pretty fun if you were into that. I know I went through a phase where I kind of liked realistic weapons versus superheroes and things like that. Always that big playset that if you really loved the toy line and ended up with that, it was super awesome. But probably not too many had that. Of course, then the old starting lineup, all the sports stuff, that there's so many, they just have like name lists, so there's not much to see unless you know these old teams and things. So it's like a checklist that you could like complete, you know, use this to make sure you were getting all the ones that were available. That's kind of handy feature there. Here's actually a couple pictures of some. And for your trading cards, like a little booklet to hold those in, because they sold these right next to the trading card stuff. Police Academy having its own toy line. Don't remember having any of these, but there's a lot of unique ones in here. They're kind of interesting, just with their features and things like that. Pretty wild. And they actually got an extra page. I wonder if this is a remake of the Firehouse from Ghostbusters, just recolored from Police Academy. Maybe with like a jail cell and stuff inside, just to switch it up. Got some funny roleplay gear here, wacky police stuff. Club of Justice. The cuffs that were hands also? What? Hilarious. But anyway, at the end here, kind of a jet shooting toy. Always awesome to get these like booklet things like this. Cool time capsules for collecting. That's what I do here, is I like to show a lot of old toys like these that I had as a kid, and then I might collect toy lines I always wanted to have at the time, or finish ones that I had that maybe I only had a few figures. I'm sure there's something else you want to watch here where I actually show the actual toys instead of just pictures of them from this book. You'll probably want to get subscribed and then check out the next video here. Hoping to see you there.